I'm Anil Kumar, and this time we have taken up rationalization of denominator, and in both these examples we have two terms in the denominator. The first example is 3 square root 2 divided by square root 8 minus square root 12. Second one is square root b divided by square root a plus square root b. Let me do the second part first. It's kind of a general equation, right? So let's do that first. So we could write this as square root b. Since we are rationalizing denominator, I have to multiply and divide by its conjugate, right? Denominator is square root a plus square root b. So we multiply and divide by square root a minus square root b, right? So this is what we get. And when you multiply, in the numerator, we get square root b times square root a, which is square root ab, right? Their product, minus square root b times square root b is b, correct? Divided by a square minus b square, or a minus b. As you can see, in the denominator we do not have any radical, and therefore we say the denominator has been rationalized, correct? So that is how you should be doing it. Now let's look into this equation. It is kind of interesting that we could actually write this equation also as 3 square root 2 divided by 8 could be written as 4 times 2, or 2 square root 2, minus square root 12 could be written as 4 times 3, or 2 square root 3, right? So I could write this equation as this also, correct? Now the idea of showing this is, I will do the first equation, and as an exercise you rationalize the second equation and compare the results. Do you get the same result or not? That's the exercise. Okay, let's begin by rationalizing our equation. We are going to rationalize denominator, right? So we'll multiply and divide by the conjugate of denominator. So we have 3 square root 2 in the numerator divided by square root 8 minus square root 12 times square root 8 plus square root 12, correct? Divided by square root 8 plus square root 12. Now that gives us, we have to multiply distributive property, so we get 3 square root of 16 plus 3 square root of 24 divided by a square minus b square, or 8 minus 12. Now square root of 16 is 4, so we get 3 times 4, plus 24 could be written as 6 times 4, or we could write 3 times 2, and 6 means square root of 6, right? 6 times 4. That is how we could do. And denominator is minus 4 here, right? Now we could further simplify this. Well, there's no 4 common, but we could divide by 2 at least. So dividing by 2 and then simplifying, we could write this expression as negative. It's better to write negative here, 2 there. So I'm dividing by 2. So I get 3 times 2, 6 here, plus 3 square root 6, right? I hope you understand and appreciate what I did here. Well, let me expand this. Okay, so we actually get 12 plus 6 square root 6 over minus 4. So I've divided each term by 2, 6 and 3, right? And negative I've taken outside. So that is how I've written my answer. Now as an exercise, you need to rationalize this particular equation, only the denominator part, and check what answer you get. You should get the same answer as I have got. I hope that helps. Thank you, and all the best.